came back to join us on the Eat Show, and I am with no stranger, Cheryl Hughes from the Whole Wheatery and Naturals Cafe. Happy New Year, Cheryl!
Happy New Year! Woo! We're off to a great start, don't you think? You got your resolutions?
Yes. Well, you know, I know it's that time of the year where people are making their resolutions and trying to figure out how to start the new year. So, and how fortunate we are to have you here. You've helped so many people, the heart of the Antelope Valley, serving this community for how many years?
30.
Oh, wow. Cheryl, that is awesome. So give us some tips about the new year and how we can start it off with healthy things.
Those same old mantras you've always had. Eat right, exercise, choose your foods wisely, hang out with good friends, think good thoughts. I mean, it's all about living long and being healthy while you're here on the planet. So you've got to make good food choices, and that's what we're about. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your family.
Well, one of the things I always hear different people talking about is the New Year's detoxing and just cleansing. So what are some tips you can give us?
We are standing in the appropriate section. We're probably hearing a few juicers go off, but this is the time of the year that people want to start over. They want to get good habits from day one. They want to cleanse and detoxify. They're going to drink a lot of juices. They may be doing apple cider vinegar cleanse. They may be doing a liver cleanse, but all of those things, eating dark green leafy vegetables, help the body get strong and detox. And why is that important? I know you're going to ask me.
Yes.
When you detox, all of the chemicals and toxins in the body are stored in your fat cells. So when you detox, you clean out all those toxins, and guess what? It's way easier to drop the pounds. And don't we all want a few pounds off after the holiday?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and just, you know, some of those meals after you ate, you just felt so heavy and lethargic.
Because we ate way too much and our body was so busy trying to process it that it was like trying to catch up. So that's how you feel, exactly that same way.
Okay, so here we are with, and there's color groups, right?
Oh my gosh, the darker the better, whether it's green or red or purple, eggplant, whatever it happens to be. Dark orange, tangerines are the fruit that's in season now, apples. Juice them, drink them, steam them, eat them raw. I don't care what you do, but get lots of vegetables and fruits in there. Sweet potatoes, yams, all that good stuff right now.
How do you know what colors are good for you?
Well, it's really more of eating the colors that are seasonal, because this is a winter season. Even though we have an abundance of things in California, what actually grows during this time of the year? Avocados are growing. A lot of root vegetables are growing. A lot of the big, dark green leafy things are coming up from the ground for the first time. A lot of the spring things will start to come up. The dandelions, that's what you want to eat. As we morph into the next season, we can expand those colors to more yellows and very light oranges as peaches and lemons and limes and things appear on the vine. Grapes come up in the middle of the summer, and so right now we're eating those dark things.
So, and for each person, can we eat the same thing, or does it change for each of us?
Well, I think you want to look at what juices support whatever nutritional needs you have. Like if you're trying to detox your liver, you want more dark green things. If you're trying to just give your body overall general nutrition, you might mix up with different kinds of fruits and vegetables. Beets are great for everybody. They're a great liver cleanser. They're a great ionizer.
Wow.
Women love them.
Yeah, so do you have free lectures on color your food?
Well, we have lectures on all kinds of things pertaining to food, health, nutrition. Sometimes it's a dietary concern. We have the cooking classes still going on from Kathy. We have just a lot of opportunity to learn, and a pretty knowledgeable staff that's going to help you out.
When you start to cleanse?
Well, it's a good thing you asked, because a lot of people aren't sure about a cleanse. Some people think they're going to be running to the bathroom. Some people think that they're going to be sick to their stomach. Here's what happens. As the body releases toxins, probably about the third day, you might get headachy, you might have some flu-like symptoms, but that's a good thing, and it will pass very quickly. Drink lots of water. keep yourself calm and relaxed. So do a little meditation, go to bed a little early, plug in a good movie, sit with your jammies, drink some nice herbal tea, and those symptoms will all abate. And probably about the 4th, 5th, 6th day, you're going to feel like you have unbridled energy.
That's great. You know, I noticed you have a whole section of books too, because I imagine there's different cleansings and releasing toxins, different kinds. So you can come and read and figure out which one's good for you.
Yeah, because like I said, you might want to do a juice cleanse.
Okay.
You might want to do the apple cider vinegar cleanse. Those are both great books. They give you all kinds of information.
So you do have books on those too.
And very important to look at what juices go with what vegetables go in what mix. You might like one, like you might like likes of orange juice, but that's probably not a good thing to drink when you're detoxing because there's way too much citric acid in there. And then I think there's probably some kits down there that are great cleansing kits that help to gently detox all the organ systems in the body. We need our liver cleanse, we need our kidney cleanse, we need our blood cleanse, and we need our digestive system to take a rest.
Is that something you do all together, or you spread those out?
You could do them all together. It depends on how toxic you are, how often you cleanse, and where you are in your health stage. And that's what the staff is there to help you for.
Oh, yeah. So your staff, you have an amazing staff that there's an area to just come and ask questions, and they'll take you around and from the supplements to homeopathic remedies. So we have a
great staff. Thank you for saying that. I want to acknowledge them. They do a great job. They'll take the time and listen to you. They'll give you the best advice. Most of them have been doing these cleanses, taking these supplements, listening to these lectures, trained, so they know what they're talking about, and they want to give you right information because we want you to be healthy. These are our friends making good choices about their health, and we want to give them the best information.
Cheryl Hughes, owner of the Whole Wheatery in Lancaster, has been leading people in the Antelope Valley down the path to healthy eating habits for decades. The Whole Wheatery helps shape the natural products industry by assisting in the development of good organic retail practices for the Organic Trade Association, including Citizens for Health, which helped write the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, the Natural Products Association, and the Food Institute. Although the business has changed over the past decades, Cheryl Hughes' enthusiasm, as you can see, for supporting small natural food retailers is as strong as ever.
I love that. You know, it's truly the heart behind this place to serve the community like that, you know, that we can come and ask questions and feel like that there's help for healthy choices and really just doing things different. Looking at life perhaps a little different than you're used to, but boy, what a change that could happen for our bodies, right?
Yeah, and you know what, the older we get, the more quickly and deeply we look because we want to keep on going and feel good as we could right now and have all that energy. So that's why it's important to take good care of your health and to do those things that are important like cleansing and like detoxifying and changing your lifestyle and changing your food habits.
Well, thank you so much for this amazing information and staying here in the Antelope Valley for 30 years. We are so fortunate to be here with Cheryl Hughes. I'm Connie Thiemann. Thank you so much for joining us at the Eat Show.
Hi, I'm Claudia. Welcome to Chene.
You know, I grew up in an Italian family restaurant, and I couldn't wait to turn 13 and start serving tables and be a waitress. Well, I learned so much growing up in restaurant, but out here in the Antelope Valley and Santa Clarita area, we want to just bring you history and make your stomach so hungry for good food. Well, most of you will know this place and you love it. And I want you to help me welcome at the Eat Show, Juan Alonso. Welcome, Juan.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Connie. And let's do this again. We did that a few years back.
We did. I'm so glad to have you back, and we just want to hear about what's still been going on. Well, there's such tradition here, even at Le Chene's.
Well, we just celebrated our 33 years, and it's wonderful to be here that long. You know, it seems like yesterday since we opened, and it is a beautiful, beautiful place to be, Le Chene.
Wow, so 33 years. Did you know kind of the age one you were when you wanted to be in the restaurant business or cook food or be a chef?
Well, when I was young, I was going to school. You needed to find something to do, and so my mom wanted me to be many things: a tailor, this, that. And perhaps I should have done well in the clothing, but I decided I was going to be a cook because I could travel, I could go anywhere, and I could. I always would have a job somewhere. People have to eat somehow.
Yes. Well, where were you born? Is that where you learned to cook?
No, I was born in Spain, grew up in France, and that's where I learned to cook.
So, the exquisite French cuisine at Le Chene's is all from your own personal recipes and things you've created?
Is things I picked along my journey in the world, and some I tweaked, some we changed a little bit because some of them are very labor intensive, so we have to tweak a little bit. So because the labor, a long time ago when I was working in some restaurants, we have 50 guys in the kitchen to cook for 100 people, 120 people, so we can't do that anymore.
Well, it's such good tradition too. Not only do you have the daily specials, but you have food that has remained on the menu.
Well, we don't have daily specials per se. We have specials who come and go since everything is on a blackboard, and we have such extensive menu. Most people go to a restaurant and it's the flavor of the day. They have the specials of the day. We have very consistent and follow the tradition of Le Chene, where our menu is very extensive and it's something for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I know so many people love and coming back for, but I think of the people that we get to introduce your place to also that are going to want to come, and then you have this beautiful area in the back. What made you develop the area outside of the restaurant?
Well, to start with, we are open 7 nights for dinner, and we are open for Sunday brunch. And it's amazing because people come, and they've been coming sometimes for 10, 20 years, and they keep on eating the same thing over and over and over again. And they say, oh my God, I should change someday, but this is so good. Oh, I love this. This is my favorite dish. And they stay with that. And it must be because we are consistent at it. Then what made me open the back is I have land. The restaurant is on 2+ acres, and so I decided to do a garden, and we do weddings and functions, and people can stroll. We have been voted the most romantic restaurant, so people can come, have dinner, grab a glass of wine, and stroll in the garden and stuff like that. So it is not just a restaurant in the shopping center somewhere. It's something that has character, because the building has character, like I say.
Yes.
Because of the movie and many things. The building has very character, made of stones, come from the Antelope Valley, from Little Rock.
Yes, so it was built in the 1920s.
Yes.
And then you were talking about some of the movies. One of the well-known movies was a Spielberg movie, right?
Yeah, Spielberg was one of the most famous, I think, because it was Spielberg's first shot at getting an Oscar, and he didn't get one, but he was nominated.
Right.
And he was 18 years old, but it was a tremendous movie, and lots of people sometimes drive by or come to see where that happened.
Oh boy. So that was before Le Chene's?
Oh yeah, before Le Chene. It was in the movie was Chuck's Cafe, but the Chene's actually means the Oaks, and the Oaks was the name of the building of the coffee shop, restaurant, whatever. Many things have been over the years, and it was the Oaks. We just literally introduced the name to French.
Oh, yeah.
Translate the name to French.
Oh, okay. Because there are beautiful oak trees still all around, right?
Yes, live oaks. They are gorgeous, and give us shade the patio, and so it was like we say, no need to travel to France to dine in the country and by the side of the road. And there's a little oasis.
Yeah. Well, the French food that I only knew was kind of Creole back in the South, but there's such an exquisite aroma and flavors eating your food and seeing the different things on the menu. Do you have a favorite dish? I know it must change, but just tell us some of the dishes most popular dishes.
Well, the most popular dish we sell the most is filet mignon au poivre, with a pepper steak.
Filet mignon
au poivre.
Au poivre.
Is a pepper steak. And then we have, the second one is filet mignon Roquefort. But we have so many things, we have elk, We have buffalo, we have ostrich, we have seafood, we have shrimps, we have the biggest lobster you can imagine. You know, very intensive, from veal to fish to.
Yeah.
It's a very extensive menu, and you can see that on Chene.com.
Oh yeah, okay. And it really depends on the mood you're in. So you
Yes,
order.
of course, it's difficult to say I like this. You know, you get up in the morning and today you feel like having a steak, or you feel like having fish, or you go to the market and you see a certain fish and you say, oh, this is what I want, or a certain vegetable or something like that. So that what decides.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we have to listen to the cravings of our body
Yes,
too. Yeah,
yes.
we need this today. So to start a good meal at Le Chene's, of course, is an amazing selection of wine. So for some of the new folks who don't know, and I know your regulars would just speak so highly of the options of wine you have here, but let us know about your wine cellar and some of the wines.
We have a tremendous wine list, one of the best wine lists probably in the state or the nation, and French and California wines. But we also make our own wine. We own about 5 acres that we work and grow the grapes, and we make about 5-6 different wines, depends what year. Most of it is make one we call Schwann's Red. There's a blend, and we just it happened
okay.
that just yesterday we just bottled that.
All right,
And,
so this is Juan's Red,
Juan's
one
Red,
that was
yes.
made. So you grew the grapes and you've aged this right here?
Yes, we make it under Reyes Winery's license, and we make it at Reyes.
Oh, okay.
And it's wonderful wine. You want to try it?
Yes, let's open it.
Let's see if I can
I'll
open
have to
it.
do that. So also, there's a wine trail, and this is the northern part of the beginning of that wine trail. Is that correct?
Well, in the north of the county, I was perhaps the first one to plant grapes, but others followed. The other Aguadulce Winery, Reyes Winery, and so lots of people now starting to come. They don't need to go to Santa Barbara. They need to go to Napa, Paso Robles or Napa. I think we can make as good wine as they can, and it's only about 45 to an hour from Los Angeles. So
right.
It could be a day trip where you can stop at, especially on Sunday, you can stop at the restaurant, have brunch, go visit a few wineries, get some wine, and take a little wine home.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not. You don't have to stay anywhere, or you don't have to drive too far. So it's a nice day trip.
Yeah. Okay, so cheers. So I should swirl it first.
Yes, swirl it, smell it. I think it smells wonderful.
So it's robust, a less sweeter wine, right?
It's dry, but it has a nice flowery complexion.
And so when folks are ordering, is it true that this would go more with a red meat, a wine like this?
This is a food wine, you know.
Food wine.
It's a food wine, so it goes well with a steak or not fish, but veal or venison or something like that. I think it's a wonderful bottle of wine.
That's lovely. So you have this, and then a lot of other options. How do you help people decide? Do folks come and try different ones?
Well, sometimes we try to help them. Sometimes they look to the list and they already know what they want, or we have lots of jewels. We have extensive wine lists, and not expensive if you compare it to lots of the restaurants in LA. Our wine list is very reasonable, so people can have enough money left over to buy the gas to come to visit us.
Well, and I understand that there are people that come here from as far as San Diego and Pasadena, and you have quite an extensive guest list.
People come here from all walks of life. People come here for their birthdays, anniversaries, and so forth. But also they come here, yes, from the San Fernando Valley, from Los Angeles, from Pasadena, from Santa Monica, from far away, you know.
Yeah.
Because we've been here 33 years, so people have been here, and it's different. It's like an adventure.
I'm so grateful for you persevering, to have 33 years and to stay in a place and it to be good food. And it helps people from in the Los Angeles area know good French food and where they can find it in this area.
There's not very many French restaurants left in Los Angeles. In the 70s and 80s they were the dominant restaurants, but now they are no longer. And so we have lots of people still have nostalgia and they come to see us. And it is beautiful to be in the same place for so many years. Most of the time, restaurants don't last that long.
Yeah.
Because of economic or because of things. We managed to stay and thanks to our faithful following.
Yeah. Well, you said the 70s and 80s, so there was French restaurants. Many. So what made you say, I'm going to open one?
Well, I'm a cook, I'm a chef, but on one time I decided I was going to sell real estate, and I came in to sell real estate in the Santa Clarita Valley. And I opened the restaurant truly by accident. It was not a conscious thought, it was just progression of things, and it just happened.
Oh, lucky
and
for us.
And sometimes you get led to places you don't know you're going to go, and so that just happened to me.
That's true. I believe that doors open for a reason.
I got some guidance and it came, so it's not, it was never conscious. I'm a chef, so I was attracted to food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't say, at the moment, it wasn't say, I'm gonna open this restaurant here. I wasn't.
So, Juan, do you still travel? And when you do you eat at different types of restaurants?
Well, we always try. We always want to see what somebody else does. Somebody, the cooking evaluates. We're doing a certain type of cooking. It's traditional French food, but traditional French food goes to many phases. Like the cooking in California, they go to nouvelle cuisine and things change and things like that. We have an earthy menu and stuff like that.
Yes.
And things are changing all the time. The cooking is new ideas, lots of fusion, stuff like that. Ours is French.
So fusion, what is fusion?
Fusion is a different things from different culture or different cuisines, and it's blended and they come up with their a new take on, for example, a Japanese dish and a French dish or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fusion of two things. It's a union of two cultures or two cuisines or two. And so that is happening a lot. But we stay with what we know and what we do best.
Okay. I can remember growing up and going into a restaurant with my dad, and he would stop and ask this person and that person, what are you eating? Do you like it? And then eat a dish and try and figure out what was in it. Is that something that most chefs do? You're like, oh, it's got this or that. And
well, if you go somewhere, you always like to see what you eat, and I don't go and speak over and say, hey, you're that good. You try to do, and when you order somewhere, sometimes you have expectations, and this is the worst, because you go somewhere and you see a name and stuff, and says, well, I think this is what it is, and when it comes, it's not exactly this. It's somebody who tweaked it, or you just give it a name. So you never know where you end up.
Right.
You used to be like French cuisine used to be more formalized. Used to be, but now the bubble is much bigger, and everybody gets a take of a different. They look to a different focus. So, but it's challenging, and it's great because your palate is evolving, and like anything else, culture evolves.
Yes.
It's like language is anything else. It's evolve, and so it changes.
I like that. So you said your palate evolves too?
Well, if you taste different stuff,
Yes.
if you eat meat and potatoes every day, that's all you have taste for, meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
But we have that. We have.
Yeah, and you satisfy that soul too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's really something that I can't wait for the holidays to share with people too, all the good things that'll be going on here. Well, Juan, thank you so much, and for making this a special treat at Le Chene's. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at the Eat Show, and come out to see Juan at Le Chene's.